tries to analyze every mistake I've made and learn from it and not repeat it. Try to learn from the successes. You can learn from your successes as much as you learn from your failures, and try to learn from the really, really smart people that I have the opportunity and the gift to work with. Rely on them and their expertise, and rely on them to do their jobs very well, provide guidance, provide the foundation for the organization. But I try to get better every single day, and some days I'm more successful at it than others.
We sat here last year and we talked about the Pirates organization doing a better job of promoting their prospects, their own players. I think it was Rudy Owens had a pretty strong year, but didn't get as the proper maybe the evaluation. Charlie wrote about it today, how the Baseball Prospectus seemed like a whole different article this year. Did you guys do anything different? Was it just the players, or what's your take on that?
You know, it's a great question. We don't want to hype our guys. We'll hype our system. We'll hype our depth. We don't want to hype an individual player. We want our guys to earn their way through. We want our guys to earn the hype that they get, or the recognition that they get because of what they do on the field. But we want to take a global perspective, and we are excited about the depth in our system. And it does get frustrating sometimes to read that we're not any better. We are. We are. Our top 30 is a lot better than it was when I came in 2007, and it's better than it was in 2009. And that's where we need to continue to go. We haven't had maybe the marquee performance outside of Marte this year, and that's where some guys, they get recognized because they perform. We want guys to perform to help the Pittsburgh Pirates win in Pittsburgh. So as we talked about with Tyon, we're going to take away the ability to throw a breaking ball to get an 18-year-old hitter out at the drop of a hat. Jamison, you need to throw your fastball, and you need to command it down and away from him. You need to get ahead, because that's what the major league hitters are going to need you to do to be successful. That's what we need you to do. So instead of letting him punch out 14.9 per 9 because he's just hammering guys with his breaking ball, he's going to learn some valuable lessons. At 97 in the middle of the plate, gets hit in A-ball. But that's a great lesson for him to learn, to face some adversity as a young player. But coming back to the question on hype, it's great, and I haven't read it, and if our guys are getting recognition, that's terrific. Our scouts do a tremendous job. I believe in our scouts on the amateur side, on the international side. We've made some changes. We're getting better on the professional side. I believe holistically in our player development department, what we do and what Kyle does, and now what Larry's going to help lead. And it does get frustrating that our guys aren't getting the recognition out there, but that's okay. They'll get it when we turn things around at the big league level. And as we begin to win more at the major league level, it's going to be interesting to see if our system does get better from the outside.
Yeah, are the other organizations noticing? I mean, are the other GMs calling you up saying, you know, this, that, and the other, how about this guy?
We've got a lot more players being asked about in trade. Now, part of that may be because we're trading prospects, or we're open to trading prospects instead of collecting talent as we were the first 2.5, 3 years that we were here. But there's certainly a lot more prospects being asked about. And what's intriguing is it's different guys from different clubs. You know, maybe we've still got the few marquee pieces, but there's that guy that gets asked about. You're able to move a Brooks Pounders for a Navarro who, if we hadn't gotten McGee, he was going to be a big piece for us, and still could be a big piece for us, depending upon how that all plays out. We like the bat, and to trade a Brooks Pounders who we liked, and we gave up a good player. But to get an upper-level position player for a lower-level pitching, which we have a lot of. We talked about it today. We haven't drafted a lot of position players. It's okay as long as we draft a lot of good pitchers. We have some things we can trade. You have an asset, you have a resource that you can draw on, and the Navarro trade's a perfect example of that.
What do you